All right, guys, here we are in part 2. We got 18 packs left. Just to recap, we've got a Randy Johnson rook. We didn't get a Billy Ripken yet, but we got a Randy Johnson, but it's all blacked out. So it's been edited, so let's get into it. We got Boston Red Sox. Yes, sir. Stickers. We got Bob Horner, Keith Atherton, Hojo, Howard Johnson, Eddie Murray, Mark Clear, Jamie Quirk, Dave West, Rich Yett, Eric Davis, Kelly Paris, Trevor Wilson, Carlos Quintana, Mark Grace, Robin Yount, and Dante Bichette. Make a second pack for that, second stack. All right. Minnesota Twins. Candy Sierra, Neil Heaton, Dave Valley, Kevin Mitchell, Fred Lynn, Jay Howell, Rick Aguilera, Dave Smith, Mark McGuire, Ron Hassey, and a Ricky Henderson. Yes, sir. Mark McGuire and Ricky. Same pack. That's sweet. Don Carmen, Pete Incaviglia, a Pete Smith. And then we got Kirby Puckett and Eric Davis. Yes, sir. Keep those there. Back-to-back bangers, I should say. At least they would have been back in '89 as a 10-year-old. I'd be telling all my friends, look what I just got. Then we got Old School Braves sticker. We got Luis Aguayo, Louis Meadows, Bob Boone, Dwayne Ward, Don Baylor. Now he's a World Series coach. Steve Jeltz, Jeff Musselman, Sid Bream, Tim Laudner, another checklist. I'm okay with that. Then we got Tom Prince, Steve Balboni, Terry Pendleton, Roger Rocket Clemens, and Melito Perez. Still hunting Ripken, both Ripkins, Griffey Jr., Bo Jackson, John Smoltz, I think, a Mattingly. So we got a Philly sticker. Doug Dravecki, Kevin Romine, Calvin Schiraldi, Joey Meyer, Sherman Corbett, Charlie Lay, Goose Gossage, Gary Pettis, Randy Reddy, Brad Pounders and Gerald Clark, Kurt Gibson, Ed Vanderberg, Tim Burke, Pat Tabler, and an Eric Show. If y'all remember, Dion was in the 1989 FLEER Traded, which we've already looked through because I broke open 2 of those boxes the other day. Angels are in a prior video, I should say. Don Slott, Kent Tekulve, Cecil Espy, Charlie Paleo, Chris Sabo and Bobby Bowe, said that. I always pull a Bobby Bowe. Louis Alisay, Brad Havens, Dwight Gooden, the Doc, he always gets pulled. Tom Niedenfuhr, Odell Jones, Gary Thurman, Mackie Sasser, Mel Hall, Rob Murphy, and a Dan Pasqua. Kitty Cats, Detroit Tigers. Got a Rick Mailer, Brian Fisher, Mike Campbell, Jose Oquendo, Lee Smith, Harold Baines, Jeff Reed, Luis Rivera, Harold Reynolds, Jose Uribe, or as my dad would say, player to be named later. Don Hinkle, see if you got his birthday right. Don Hinkle, Ramon Martinez, Pete Stanisiek, Kevin Bass, Storm Davis. Yep, Storm Davis. Played in Jacksonville. My Uncle Randall played with him. My dad was friends with him and played with him. Marvel Wynn. Cubbies. Tracy Woodson, Mike Stanley, Tim Raines, Kurt Stillwell. We got a Scott Service and Shane Turner, Hippolito Pena, Danny Darwin, Wally Joyner, Freddie McGriff. That's what I'm talking about. Fred McGriff. Yes, sir. Crime Dog, Fred McGriff. Todd Burns, David Palmer, David Wells. He actually wore, when he played for the Yankees later on, but he wore a hat from Babe Ruth and got fined for wearing it in a game. Doug Drabeck, Dan Gladden, and we got Darryl Strawberry. 89 FLEER. 8, 9, 10, the numbers that we got. Astros, Mike McFarlane, Mookie Wilson, Willie Lipshaw, Frank Williams, Don Paul, Craig Lefferts, Dennis Oil Can Boyd, Rhino Sandberg, BJ Surhoff, Mike Cook, German Gonzalez, Gary Varsho, Matt Noakes, John Crook, and Jim Corsi and Bob Malachy. All right, we are down to the last quarter, finishing up the 27th pack right now. The Orioles sticker. John Shelby, Brady Anderson, Gerald Young, Carney Lansford, Matt Williams, Claudel Washington, Kevin Gross, Paul Kilgus, Al Hall. Then we got Roberto Alomar and Sandy Alomar Jr., like father, like son. Set that off to the side. Tim Jones, Don Gordon, Lenny Dykstra, Jim Traber, and a Tom Filer. All right, 9 more packs. We need a Bo, both Ripkins, Billy and Cow. We need a Griffey Jr. We need a couple more. A couple of each of those would be nice. That would be great. White Sox sticker. Mike Birkbeck, Jeff Montgomery, Sid Fernandez, John Farrell, Cal Daniels, Lance Johnson, Mike Krukow, Dennis Lamp, Vance Law, Dan Plesac, Dan Petrie, Gene Larkin, Darren Jackson, Jack Morris, and a Mark Davis. Milwaukee Brewers sticker. That's probably the best sticker that I've seen so far. Hands down. Just cornered. Just centered perfectly. It looks that way. We got Tom Brookins, Fernando Valenzuela, Mark Williamson, Juan Agosto, Dave Stewart, Sandy Alomar Jr., Steve Shields, Shane Raleigh, Gino Petralli, Ozzie Virgil, Andres Galarraga and Gerald Perry, Ken Daly, Dave Clark, David Cohn, and a Larry Sheets. Got the Expos. Ron Jones, Jesse Barfield, Andy Van Slyke, Kent Urbeck. Then we got an Oral Hershiser, Jeff Blauser, Glenn Wilson, Bill McGuire, Todd Worrell, Bob Stanley, Darrell Boston, Herm Winningham, Otis Nixon, Alvin Davis, and a Brett Butler. Got a Dodger sticker. Brian Harper, Mike Bilecki, Pat Sheridan, Dennis Rasmussen, Luis De Los Santos, and Jim Campbell. Chris Gwynn, Bob Brower, Tracy Jones, Frank White, Bruce Benedict, Al Leiter, Jim DeShays, Dick Schofield, Jimmy Key, and a Gene Nelson. Got a Bo Sox. Got Greg Matthews, Jeff Kaiser, Darryl Strawberry. Got one of the Ripkins, Cal Ripken Jr. And that is a fairly decent card, although it's off to the left versus the right. Top to bottom looks fine. So we got a Cal. We need a Billy now. Jeffrey Leonard, Bill Buckner, Kevin Elster, Doug Jones, Jeff Treadway, Dave Gallagher, Chris Spear, Spike Owen, Greg Maddox, that's what I'm talking about, Bill Wegman, and a Stu Clyburn. Got a twin sticker. Ron Robinson, John Dobson, Mark Langston, Don Robinson, Ron Robinson and Don Robinson, Dave Bergman, and Oral Hershiser, Mickey Tettleton, Bill Duran, Dennis Eckersley, Dave Winfield, Hal Morris, Greg Harris, Jeff Russell, Gerald Perry, and a pitcher perfect, Tom Browning. Guess he pitched a perfect game. Wow, and it was the first, his perfect game was the first by a Reds pitcher in the team's 119-year history as of '89. That's cool. All right, guys. 3 packs left to pull a Billy Ripken error, Griffey Jr., Bo Jackson, and maybe another Randy Johnson, or maybe 2 Billy Ripkens. We shall see. Got a Brave sticker. John Candelaria, Buddy Bell, Brian Downing, Dave Steib, Mike Gallagher, Milt Thompson, Ernie Witt, R.J. Reynolds, Gary Getty. We got a checklist. Dave LaPointe, Jay Buhner. Is that his rookie? No. Tom Bernansky, Todd Benzinger, and Steve Lyons. Come on. We need a Griffey Jr. We need Billy Ripken. And we need a Bo Jackson. We got 2 more packs to get those 3 cards. Can we do it? Is it in our purview? Joe Price, Mike Smithson, Les Lancaster, Glenn Braggs, Terry Clark, Steve Lombardozzi, Frank DePino, Chet Lemon, Lance McCullers, Joe Girardi and Orlando Rooms, Mike Davis, Cecilio Guante, Dennis Martinez, Mark Gabizka, Chris Brown. Okay, the odds are slim that we're going to get a Griffey Jr., a Bo Jackson, and a Billy Ripken in this last pack. But you know what? Let's try. We're getting a Angels sticker in the front. I'll tell you that much. So, could be a sign. We shall see. The Angel sticker. Then we got Scott Nielsen, Lance Parrish, Jose Guzman, Paul Ossenmacher, Wade Boggs and Carney Lanford, Larry McWilliams, Rod Allen, Wally Backman, Dave Schmidt, Chris Bozio, Nick Capra, Bobby Ojeda, Andy Allenson, Danny Jackson, and a Mark Salas. All right, no Griffey Jr., no Bo Jackson, and no Billy Ripken. Let's see who we did get, though. Let us see who we got. We got a Wade Boggs, Carney Lansford, one checklist, Dennis Eckersley, Orel Hershiser, Greg Maddox, Cal Ripken Jr., Darryl Strawberry, Sandy Alomar Jr., Roberto Alomar and Sandy Alomar Jr., Ryan Sandberg, Fred McGriff, Dwight Gooden, Bobby Bell and Chris Sabo, Roger Clemens, another checklist. Then we got Kirby Puckett and Eric Davis, Ricky Henderson, Mark McGuire, Mark Grace, Eddie Murray, Kirby Puckett, Randy Johnson, Carlton Fisk, Damon Berryhill. We got Will Clark and Rafael Palmeiro, another checklist. Cecil. Then we got Mark Davis and Dwight Gooden, Dale Murphy, Gary Sheffield, Nolan Ryan, Craig Biggio, George Brett, Jose Canseco, Wade Boggs, Ozzie Smith. We got a checklist. Then we got Jose Canseco, Mark McGuire, and Terry Steinbach, Tom Glavine, Alan Trammell, Roberto Alomar, Andre Dawson, Darryl Strawberry and Will Clark, a Vince Coleman, a checklist, and a Barry Bonds. So, three of the cards that top three we were looking for, which was the Billy Ripken, Randy Johnson, the Griffey Jr., Bo Jackson, Kirby Puckett. We got three of the. We got 2 of the 5. So, alrighty, guys. It's been a great night. Y'all have a good night. Thank you.